Hey, welcome to the Farewell North Devlog. Thanks so much for joining. Farewell North is an indie game I'm working on in my part-time, outside of having a full-time job as a software developer, having a wife, and 2 crazy dogs, and I thought it'd be really interesting to record how the game progresses as I move from the current state all the way to the full release, which will be on Steam in 2021. So what is Farewell North? Basically, Farewell North is a game about color. So you're probably looking at the screen thinking this is super dark, what is he talking about, what does this have to do with color? But basically, your goal in the game is to restore color to this archipelago or series of islands that you're exploring. So you'll notice that you're playing as a dog, it's actually a collie, and you have a human companion that you're kind of working with. So you have to work together to solve puzzles, and there's also a stealth element to the game, a little bit more on that later. So you can see these birds here, which are essentially frozen in time and they're stuck in place, right? So it's not just color that's left, it's really like time and life, and the essence of the islands is gone. And so they're left this dark and foreboding place. So throughout the game, as you explore these islands and you travel between them, you're going to find these runes, or kind of these stones. I haven't fully settled on what exactly they're going to be, but you find them, and the girl that you're traveling with will activate them, and it kind of restores color to the whole area, and it's permanent, so the color is permanently restored to this section of the islands. And so you can see as the color comes back, so do like the life and the birds came back, but also the bridge was revealed. And so you have like hidden objects in the environment, or objects that are locked in time. And so it allows you to have some really interesting puzzles where as you restore color, kind of brings more of the world back. So keep in mind, this is the very first island on the game, so it's very easy and obvious to find where the rune is and to activate it. There's no real puzzle or challenge, but that's not really the goal of the introductory area. Really, it's just about teaching the player the mechanics, showing them how the color restoration works, how to progress in the game, without having a dedicated tutorial or anything like that. So these 2 islands that you're seeing here, the first one we already explored and this one here, are essentially acting as that tutorial without being so explicit and without holding the hand of the player, but using kind of design cues to guide them and show them where to go. So here's a look at how the gameplay works with the girl. So basically you can point things out to her in the environment. As you can see, those animations are very janky. This is super early. But you can point things out to her in the environment and have her interact with them, things that a dog can't interact with on their own. So there's certain things that she can do, there's other things that you, the player, the dog can do, and so you have to work together to kind of solve these puzzles. Here she's trying to open a gate, she's unable to because the color hasn't been restored and the gate's basically frozen and locked. So yeah, definitely a little janky with the animations, particularly with the girl, but I wanted to show you this kind of fire being dissipated by the color and the gate now becoming unlocked. Here you're going to see it just swings right open. That's not how it's going to be in the final version. It'll just become unlocked and she'll be able to now open it, but just kind of demonstrating the effect. And yeah, so you're basically going around, you're traveling and exploring these islands in this archipelago and finding these runes, restoring color, unlocking more of the story. Right now I have it running in a bit of a demo mode, so there's no story content being shown, but that's basically the core game loop. So yeah, definitely not making a walking simulator or anything like that, but the exploration and running around and just kind of enjoying this kind of rejuvenated world is a big part of it. So you'll be able to run around, you'll be able to swim and everything, and like I said, there's a stealth component which is going to play a big part in the game. There isn't really combat, so as a player you're not going to go up and bite or punch, obviously, as a dog. You're not going to be attacking anything, but there are monsters and creatures that will attack you, so stealth is really important. You're going to have to sneak around, and you're going to have to use the color restoration to kind of vanquish the enemies, so that's kind of like your combat, but you won't be attacking anything directly. Yeah, so that's going to be a very core concept and core feature to the game, is the stealth and the monsters and everything. So basically where it's currently at, I've done a little bit of modeling and just set up a little bit of the behaviors so that they, can become suspicious or detect you or kind of chase after you. But it's still very early, and a lot of that was done a couple months ago, so it's very much prototype quality. But I really want them to be very creepy and unsettling, and I think it's going to be really cool. So that's all for this kind of introductory devlog. Hopefully that's given you a bit of an understanding of the vision I have for the game, and you can kind of see where I'm going with this, and hopefully it's something interesting to you that you'd be interested in following along. So if you are, hit the subscribe button, get notified the next time I post. The next video is going to be on this canoe system that you see here. This is literally what I'm working on before and after filming this video, and so I've got a ton of footage, and I think it's going to be a really good one. So that'll be most likely next week. I'm thinking it'll probably be a weekly cadence for these videos, but that'll be devlog number 2. So in the meantime, while you wait, subscribe to the channel. You'll get notified when those videos come out. And just in case you're feeling super supportive, I'll leave a link to the Steam page down in the description. If you wishlist the game, it lets Steam know that there's an audience out there, that people are interested, and it would mean the world to me. In any case though, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and bye for now.